8 days from Selection Sunday, Clemson, South Carolina wants to know, where's that Tiger, in or out? A win over Syracuse would go a long way for dear old Clemson.
Michael Jordan, they won it! Wow! Oh my goodness! How about that? Oh boy! Unbelievable! Dreams to come true. As good as it gets.
A big one in March at Littlejohn. The Cuse is in the house, which is critical for the Clemson Tigers. In the ACC standing, Syracuse has clinched a first-day bye in the ACC tournament. 8-9, which means a 9th ACC win would be crucial for Clemson. With the legendary Pete Gillen, I'm Carter Blackburn, and this is indeed a big game for Clemson and that at-large resume, Pete.
Carter, there's a saying, a hungry cat hunts best, and these Tigers are hungry for a win and desperate to get back in the big dance. Now, for Syracuse, your alma mater, they need a win to improve their seeding in the big dance and to get that bitter taste by Virginia team out of their system.
Switzerland, Pete, we're neutral. So, Clemson last year's Sweet 16, we take a look at the resume. You have the one quad, one win, 35 strength of schedule. Right now, Jerry Palm has them as the last 4 in with a net ranking of 40. And if they're going to beat Syracuse today, Marquise Reed has to play well.
Marquise Reed is the 4th leading scorer in the ACC, Carter. He can really attack the rim. He's really good off the bounce. He can finish with either hand around the basket. He makes great decisions on the fast break. Gets fouled a lot, makes his free throws, and he can knock down that pull-up jump shot.
Now, meanwhile, for Syracuse basketball, they've been getting used to being nervous around Selection Sunday. But right now, the projection for Syracuse as a 9 seed would be the best seed for Syracuse basketball in 5 years. And if they're going to make noise again in March, Tyus Battle is going to be big.
Tyus Battle is one of the best players in the ACC. He creates shots for himself and his teammates, 17 points a game. He's really good off the pick and roll. He attacks the basket. He's tremendous going downhill. He's a guy who can take over a game at any time, Carter. You got to play well this afternoon for them to win.
That leads us to our AT&T Fast Analysis, beginning with the Syracuse D.
Syracuse does a great job defensively. They really steal the ball a lot, Carter. 8 steals a game, 2nd in the ACC, and their defense gets their offense going. Nice pass here by Littlejohn to Brissett. He finishes it there in traffic, but for Clemson, they don't shoot great from downtown. They got to have the inside bite. They got to score inside. Here we see Elijah Thomas scoring in the paint. He does a great job.
You're starting to feel the madness. Clemson and the Cuse ready for a whole lot more in March. CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by Zaxby's Chicken Fingers and Buffalo Wings, Zaxby's.com. Infinity, empower the drive. And by Bud Light, enjoyed by giant blue fictional knights everywhere. A senior class celebrated today in Littlejohn. They led Clemson to the Sweet 16 for the first time in 21 years. Starting lineup, same 5 for Syracuse. Pascal Chukwu will play in this matchup versus Clemson. David Scarra back in the starting 5 for the Tigers after coming off the bench at Notre Dame. Syracuse has been to 39 NCAA tournaments. As a player, assistant, and head coach, Jim Boeheim has been a part of all but 1, expecting to make it 40 very shortly. For Brad Brownell, the native of Evansville, Indiana, 11 wins from becoming Clemson's all-time winningest coach. Syracuse versus Clemson. They met in January in the Carrier Dome. Relatively low-scoring game, Pete. But what do you expect out of this one today?
I think it's going to be a great game, Carter. Both these teams are outstanding defensive teams. Syracuse, of course, with a 2-3 zone, and Clemson man-to-man. Low scoring, but a great game. This is pivotal for Clemson to get in the big dance.
Pete, Syracuse going zone today. What do you think?
It's hard to believe, Carter. I used to like zone, but my zone wasn't quite as good as Cuse zone.
Very few are. Chukwu, who had the DNP coach's decision in that January matchup, is going to be critical inside, matching with Elijah Thomas.
Exactly. He's their key. That's what he does, Carter. Doesn't score much, as you know, but he's a tremendous defender. They're a different team when he's in there.
Offense, the biggest concern for Syracuse, especially after Virginia, and it's an early turnover. Brissett out of bounds, a chance to look at the keys to the game.
Well, important for these teams now for Syracuse. Create turnovers. They do a great job getting points off their turnovers from the other team. Balance scoring. Clemson knock down threes and take care of the rock. They didn't take care of it that time.
Syracuse gets it again. Sure enough. So a turnover by Syracuse, a turnover by Clemson. Exactly what the Orange are looking for. Pete, you mentioned it. 8 steals a game, second only to Duke in the ACC.
Two of the top defensive teams in the ACC. Clemson is third, giving up 64 points a game. Syracuse is fourth with 65. So we're going to see a game, I think, caught in the mud, in the glue, in Bloody Nose Lane.
Brissett, floater. Chukwu has the offensive board, second chance. Hughes is going to take it. Hughes tapped out, play on Clemson. So here's an outlet. Thomas running the floor. Decides to pull it out, dump it off for Skara. Right at Chukwu has the block. Pascal Chukwu. There must have been some muddy courts in Brooklyn because you talk about being in the mud.
In the mud and the glue, yes. Pascal does a great job defensively, Carter. He's a rim protector, which is so important today.
And 2 games after he didn't play in that January matchup versus Clemson, had the double-double in the win at Cameron. So the bench was yet again a motivating factor.
No question. They get the ball inside now for Clemson. Get the ball into Elijah Thomas. It's a key.
Reed. Spins out, tap, follow. Almost a follow there for Amir Sims. Frank Howard on the wing.
Got to get the ball to battle now. He can create. I don't think Skara can guard him, Carter. He's too slow.
Brissett inside. Nifty move. Finishes with the left for the first points of the game.
Okay, Brissett. Very talented player, Carter. Really can attack the basket. His three-point shooting's off. Really good. Get the ball to the big door.
Elijah Thomas. Yeah, got him in the air. And then Chukwu did not give ground. So Thomas is upset with the no call. Yeah, you thought so too.
It's a foul. Come on. No, it's early, refs, but look at Brad Burnell saying that. It's got to call it. Advantage, disadvantage. That was a disadvantage, getting mugged by it.
It's in the books as an 0 for 5 shooting start for the Tigers. Here's Hughes. Back to Tyus Battle.
Yep. Battle's a guy. He can create off the bounce. He's great off the bounce, Carter.
Switch off. There's Battle off the bounce. Boarded by Reed, running the Tigers.
Got to push it now. Against Syracuse zone, Carter, you got to push it before the zone gets set. That's a big key.
Nearly poked it away. Battle nearly got another steal and run out chance. Well, all right, it's a slow 3 minutes in, 2 points on the board. I don't think Clemson's ecstatic about the way the game's going, but they want to play a little slower pace, right?
Exactly. They don't want to play too fast, but right now, 2 by 2, this is big. I think Clemson's pressing a little bit, going against a great zone defense. All right, but there's a lot at stake here. There's a lot of motion in senior day, Carter. I coach a team here. A lot of times you get off the slow starts because your parents are here, your grandparents, your friends, Boogie, Batman, Bullhead, your friends in the neighborhood.
Yeah, got to make Bullhead has tickets. He's got to make sure.
Yeah, Three-Finger Willie doesn't. He used to steal those 3 fingers in the middle, but can't let him do anything improper today.
3 chances on that trip for Clemson. They're still 0 for 8.
I like to see him screen his own more, Claude. They're not doing that enough.
And Brad Brownell said we need to get off to a good shooting start, and it is the opposite for the Tigers. Howard misses. Syracuse not Mona Lisa either offensively.
Definitely not. They got to push the ball hard at Clemson. They got to attack it now. That's it.
I'm already stealing your line speech. The Mona Lisa.
There you go.
Got the foul called on Chukwu. That is his first. He got 2 early at North Carolina, and that was a factor in when the Tar Heels pulled away a game. And Syracuse actually played well. Jim Boeheim talked to us about how thinks they've actually played better offensively on the road.
Yeah, that surprised me. We played them. We couldn't beat them at home. We beat them a couple of times outside of Providence when I coached against them for the Friars. But they don't practice it, you know. They don't have shoot-arounds the day of the game on the road. They do great on the road. They're loose and they have meetings, you know, but I guess they're fresh legs. That was something that John Wooden always said. Fresh legs are real important.
A combined 1 for 13 shooting start in the first 4+. Brissett high off the window. Finally spins in the second bucket of the game.
He might have got hit too. Referees go home and see Law and Order reruns or something. Let them play. Those are
They're
fouls
always
when I go.
available. That's the nice part.
Yeah. Hit the ball to the high spot. That's where they want the ball.
Skara turns around over Chuku, make it an 0 for 10 shooting start.
Against that 2-3 zone card, that's where you want the ball on the foul line. You can throw it below or to the right side or to the left side.
Brissett backing down. Kick out, Frank Howard. Hughes keeps it alive, but it's into the hands of Mitchell. Running the Tigers. Mitchell attacks, blocked at the rim by Tyus Battle. Hustling back. Safe to say it is a defensive start. There's 2 buckets in the game. Here's one of them. 4-0 Cuse. O'Shea Brissett has the game's only 4 points for Syracuse. Nobody else made a bucket. He's 2 for 2. Everybody else 0 for 15. Watch your sports news without the hot takes. Stream CBS Sports HQ, the free 24/7 network to make you a smarter fan. Download the CBS Sports app today. Syracuse has lost 3 of 4 games, Pete, but it is not a normal stretch towards the end of the year for Jim Boeheim and the Cuse.
No question. They played 3 great teams and they got knocked off. Possibly 3 #1 seeds in Duke, North Carolina, and Virginia. So a tough stretch, certainly for the Cuse. A heck of a team. Boeheim, we talked to him before, he thinks they're starting to peak. And we'll see what happens.
Skara nearly throws it away. And then Clemson gives it right back, so it's not a miss. So this is the stretch, the losing 3 of 4, all against top 5. As you said, that could be 3 #1 seeds.
Exactly, 3 #1 cards. So, I mean, that's a tough scheduling way to end the season. So he feels good about them. They're close. But
I like the way. Here's a run-out chance, maybe Clemson's best chance. Reed in transition off the look from Mitchell. Not even that goes down. Howard dribble, Thomas back up. Chuku blocks it again. And now finally a foul called. It's on Battle. Physical in tight. Elijah Thomas sticking with it and getting the foul called on Tyus Battle.
Call, yeah. Battle went after it. He really whacked Thomas. Zone defense underneath out of bounds guard is much better for any team because you protect the rim. You can't get a layup with that. You have to throw it out. So Syracuse, of course, does it all the time. But when I coach, I like to play a zone defense on your out of bounds into the other team's basket.
0 for 13 shooting start for Clemson.
Yep. You got to credit the Syracuse defense for sure.
Thomas in tight around Chuku. Finally, it goes down. So after the unlucky 0 for 13 start, finally something up there for Clemson.
He's their catalyst. He's a guy shooting 57% from the field. Terrific player. And they got to get the ball into him a lot.
Hughes lost it in the paint. Syracuse turns it over. Clemson on the run. Reed in a reach-in foul. That's on Frank Howard. 3rd team foul on Syracuse. Battle, Howard, and Chuku have each picked up 1 early.
Attacking the basket. He spins. There we go. Push it ahead. You don't want to commit those fouls 45 feet from the basket.
So Dolezaj and Boeheim will sub into the game. Fun fact, Pete. Buddy Boeheim's dad played basketball at Syracuse.
Is that right?
He did. Yeah.
Good. Going deep into the archives.
Played for Fred Lewis. He was also an assistant golf coach in the 70s, Buddy's dad.
That. It's unbelievable. Now, Buddy's playing great, Carter, in ACC play. 42% from downtown. Terrific.
After a cold shooting start to the year, he started the first 2. He's been great in conference play. So is Elijah Thomas. And after all of that cold shooting start for Clemson, it's a 4-4 game because the Oranges struggled offensively as well.
Exactly. Credit the defense. Clemson's doing a nice job. 3rd best defensive team in the ACC. Holding people to 64 points a game.
Dolezaj off the bounce. Skara covers him up. Dolezaj down the baseline again. Skara, nowhere to go. So Boeheim, late in the shot clock, feet inside. Here's Brissett. And it is a bailout foul with 1 second on the shot clock.
Wow. The big guy, Elijah Thomas, caught it. Wow, that hurts.
That is big. He got 2 early at Notre Dame. Brad Brownell and Clemson had to manage that one to end up finally winning a close ACC game. And sure enough, Thomas is going to head to the bench early as Javen White comes in. Can't afford 2 on Thomas.
No, he's a tremendous player, Carter. His rebounding, scores, defensively.
Turnover.
God, and now's the question, when a good player gets 2 fouls, do you sit him for the whole half, or do you get him back in? I used to sit him for a while and get him back in the game, God. I don't want him to get completely out of rhythm.
So Thomas, who has the only 2 buckets for Clemson, on the bench. Another miss for the Tigers. Syracuse on the run. Battle will take it. Sidesteps Trav, and Battle hits a top 3.
Big shot Tyus, God. As you know, he made some big shots. A couple of years ago as a freshman, had a buzzer beater to beat Clemson. Tremendous player.
Here at Littlejohn. He makes tough ones, too.
He does. Guys in your face. Makes it.
32 in the win at Cameron Indoor against Duke. And he didn't have a 3 in the game. So he got 32 the hard way. This is a top 3.
Tyus Battle off the bounce. Good defense. Better offense by Tyus Battle. Tremendous player. Last year he scored 19 points a game, the leading returning scorer in the ACC. This year 17 and a half points a game, but he's got a little more help this year.
He enjoys playing Clemson too. Got his 1,000th point versus the Tigers last year. That was as a sophomore, 1,000 points.
Wow.
Here is Battle on the run, off the glass. 2 more tough ones.
That's when he's at his best, Carter. When he goes downhill, he attacks the basket.
Edison, New Jersey. He has 5 of Syracuse 9. The other 4 from Brissett. Down to the baseline. Chukwu bothers it. Chukwu gets a foul on the baseline, and a tough tumble for White. That is Chukwu's 2nd. Cuse by 5. Pete.
Cuse is rolling. It's all about the defense. He's doing it. Battle attacking the hope. Battle is here for a battle. Tyus to the rim.
Let's get it underway. I love March Major against what a March Magic. The madness is real.
March Madness, every game, every shot, every magic moment on CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV. It all starts with the NCAA Basketball Championship Selection Show next Sunday, 6 Eastern, all the way to the Final Four in championship game, only on CBS. And Clemson trying to make it back-to-back years into the NCAA tournament. 2010-2011. That was Oliver Purnell's last Clemson team and Brad Brownell's first Clemson team. And then the run of the Sweet 16 last year, including the dominant second-round win over the Auburn Tigers.
Yeah, pounded all 34 points.
Battle, bumped, play on. So what do you do if you're Clemson to get anything going offensively?
Well, offense, you got to swing the ball and drive it. Don Casey, who I worked with, he wrote a book, Temple of Zones. And he said the thing that hurts his zone most is dribble penetration. Swing it, move the D, and drive the ball. At the gaps, off the bounce.
Problem for Clemson, Thomas still on the bench, just 1 foul, but he's the only player who's made a field goal in the game for Clemson. Mitchell, kick to the corner. Tyson with the 3. The freshman from Monroe, North Carolina. Just his 11th three-pointer of the year, and it comes when Clemson needs it.
Great penetration by Mitchell, right? The zone collapsed Carter, and he kicked it to the corner, and wide open 3.
Boeheim attacks and gets a foul, goes right at Hunter Tyson. So as soon as Tyson hits the 3, his fellow freshman buddy Boeheim hangs a foul on him.
Nice pass by Mitchell. Time, space, bottom, Hunter Tyson.
So Buddy Boeheim at the free throw line. Got Jimmy's now at Cornell. They host Dartmouth tonight. Jamie's at Rochester. Their season's already over. Elizabeth is now living in Montana. Jim Boeheim's oldest daughter. Buddy wearing the 35.
Yep. Good genes, Carter. Good athletes. I think it's mainly Julie, his wife.
That's
Jim too, but I think Julie was an excellent athlete also.
No question about it. And it's been a joy for Jim Boeheim to coach his son.
Yeah, that's a thrill. It's difficult, but it's a thrill, I'm sure.
Better when he's playing good.
Yeah.
Just like every other player, right?
Exactly.
White has the board. White draws another foul. So this one is on Elijah Hughes. Chukwu got his 2nd at the 11:56 mark, so he's sat since then. Syracuse going smaller.
The problems with his own sometimes, Carter, is you don't know who to box out. You're playing areas. You're not playing men, so that time nobody screened him out. All right, did a nice job attacking the basket. 2 free throws now for the big fella.
Javen White, so he's played well for Clemson right now with Thomas on the bench.
Yeah.
He's allowed Brad Brownell to keep Thomas down there with the one personal.
Exactly. The question is how long you keep him out. Now, as long as you're hanging around, fine. Get too deep in the hole, then you might have to bring back Elijah Thomas.
Clemson has 8 offensive rebounds. Of course, they've missed a lot of shots. That gives you more chances.
Exactly.
Battle over White. Tough one. Fight for the rebound. Won by Javen White. Pull up. Won't go Mitchell. Cleared by Elijah Hughes. Still just 3 field goals in the game for Clemson.
Struggling offensively, Carter. That's one of the things. They don't shoot great from the outside.
Littlejohn, a good look from Brissett.
I like Littlejohn. God, he's skilled. Not real strong. Looks like 6 o'clock, God. He's straight up and down. But he's a terrific player. I love his skill. He can shoot, pass. They're much better offensively, as Coach Boeheim said, when he's in the game.
Great pass from the top of the zone from Shelton Mitchell. Coming to CBS from LeBron James. It's the biggest reality competition ever attempted. The $1 Million Mile premieres March 27th, only CBS. The foul was on Hughes, his second. So both Chukwu and Hughes now have 2 for Syracuse. And so Sidibe will check into the game along with Frank Howard, who has 1. Both Hughes and Chukwu sit for now with 2. Sidibe, who's barely played last 5 games, only 10 minutes. 8 of those were early in Chapel Hill when Chukwu got the 2 fouls. Javen White misses the second. Boeheim, deep 3 from nearly the paw of the Tiger.
What a great shooter. 42% from three-point land in ACC games. That's fabulous. Got it off so quickly. Get the ball to the high post. That's the weakness in the zone. Did you get the ball? That's it right there.
And Scar couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Scar is struggling there. You can even put a guard there, Carter. Somebody skilled to make some plays.
3 turnovers for Clemson, 3 made baskets.
Yeah. You have to put a different guy in that high post, Carter. Scar is good defensively, but sometimes offensively he struggles a little bit.
Brissett got away with a push-off on Scar. So back into the hands of Frank Howard. 9 to shoot. Down to the post. Sidibe. They dig down and block from behind. Sidibe sticks with it. And 1. After White got a block the first time, Sidibe hustling on the offensive glass.
Good hustle by Sidibe. Nice spin in traffic. Nice block. Finish by the big fella.
And Syracuse has its largest lead by 7 early. There's not much room for separation with the way these 2 teams.
Yeah. Once again, both teams very good defensively, but Clemson's struggling against this terrific zone by Hughes.
So 2 on the trip for Sidibe. Clemson is shooting 15%, 3 for 20.
Fake against the zone. It's the drive. Last time they swung it hard, they drove it. They got a wide open 3.
Thomas back in the game for Clemson. Fighting it out down low. It is out of bounds to Syracuse. 3 for 21 shooting now. But they do get Elijah Thomas back into the game, playing with the 1 personal.
I think it's a great move, Carter, for sure. I think it's a great move. Once again, he's the key. Get the ball to the middle of the zone. He's the guy they want to get it to. Elijah Thomas.
Searching for something for Brad Brownell. 8 years an assistant to Jerry Wainwright.
Jerry, great coach from Chicagoland area, and he loved Brad Brownell. He didn't know when he hired him, Carter. He wanted somebody who was fundamental, a good coach, know the system, teaches guys not plays, but how to play. And Brad Brownell teaches guys how to play.
Foul down low, and this one looks like it's on Sidibe. Yeah, you and Jerry Wainwright are both basketball kings of comedy. One of the days we're going to put that together.
Jerry's way out of my league. He's a great coach. He was out at Fresno State, as you know, for a while. Did a wonderful job at Wilmington, as you said. Brad Brownell came, worked for him for 8 years, learned a lot from Jerry. All right, and then when Jerry moved on to Richmond, Brad Brownell was moved up and did a fabulous job at UNC Wilmington.
Elijah Thomas, the senior from Dallas, Lancaster High School, and Thomas spins that one in. So a much-needed point there. 5 now for Thomas. We talked to him yesterday and asked Elijah, he's played so much better his senior year, and said, what's the difference? He said, poise. I've gotten to this point, I'm no longer rushing, taking my time, and it shows up on both ends of the floor for Elijah Thomas.
Exactly, Carter. He's had foul trouble his whole career, so it's important that he stays on the floor. That's why Brad took him out with 1 foul.
He has 6 of Clemson's 13, and 2 of their made field goals. That was off the hands of Littlejohn. Run down in the corner into the hands of Thomas. Clemson on the run. Thomas gives it up. Sidibe didn't look poised handling it in the open court there. Tell him trap. My bad. Indeed it was. Boeheim, Sidibe. Thomas gets the block. Thomas sticks with it. Loose ball. Brissett has it for Syracuse. Back inside, Sidibe off the shot fake. And through all that action, it ends up with 2 more for Sidibe inside.
Great pass by Frank Howard. Terrific job.
The big man from Mali playing big minutes because Chukwu in foul trouble, Elijah Hughes in foul trouble for Syracuse. Sidibe's giving him a lift.
Yeah.
Tried it inside, out of bounds. Clemson has gone nearly 4 minutes without a field goal. Hughes by 7 at Littlejohn. Syracuse by 7, a frigid shooting start for Clemson. We have taken the 1 made 3 that the Tigers have, and Pete's going to show you how they got that look.
Exactly. Swing the ball and dribble penetration. They got it here now. They throw it to the right wing over to the side, attacking the zone. Okay, and start it. Boom, you throw it to the side. All right, hold it right there. Boom. It's right there. Dribble penetration. The zone collapse. It kicks it to the corner. Wide open jump shot for Hunter Tyson. Dribble penetration against the zone. Kick it. Time and space. Great job attacking the zone off dribble penetration after you move the defense.
Carter Blackburn, the great Pete Gillen, our producer Steve McKee, director Jim Cornell here from Clemson. Last time CBS was at Littlejohn, Dale Davis was playing for the Tigers.
Remember, Dale's a great player. Great player. It's a long game, Carter, but right now Clemson's got to get some steals of the defense, some blocks, and get out in transition. Every game is like they're going to the dentist every time down the court.
That's not fun, what you're saying.
No, I've been there. That's why I'm on Boot Hill. Too many games against the Q's car.
Boeheim on the wing, 5 to shoot. Needs some help. Brissett. Fake. Brissett draws the foul on Trapp. 3 free throws coming. Brissett got Trapp in the air.
There's a rule in coaching, Carter, as you know, never foul a shooter, but never, ever, ever foul a three-point shooter. Nice pump fake.
You know, you think, Pete, for Clemson, it's senior day. Obviously, they're off to a terrible offensive start. And you want the senior day, you also, I mean, everyone around Clemson knows this is close to a must-win game. Maybe not exactly a must-win for NCAA at large, but you can kind of feel that pressure.
No question. There is pressure. And as I said, as a head coach for 20 years, and we had 20 senior days, a lot of times there was pressure. You know what I mean? The old people are here, your friends, your AU coach, with double pressure. Family here, you know, you want to impress them, all right, as well as we got to win to get into the big dance. It's a pivotal game. Not the only thing, but it's important. So I would put a different guy in the high post now than Scar. He's out of the game right now. So get somebody in the high post who's skilled. He's a point guard isn't bad, Carter. Little guy.
Reed averages 19 a game, hasn't scored yet. Inside, Thomas lost it out of bounds. Yeah, I mean, Reed 0 for 5 shooting, 50-year senior.
Yep.
3rd in the ACC in scoring, and it's an 0 for right now.
19 points a game, so it's tough to beat a quality team like Syracuse where your leading scorer is really struggling.
Here is Reed. Good pass. Mitchell in the corner for the second made 3 for the Tigers.
The Tigers only make 6 threes a game. So that's against a zone. That's difficult to beat them when you. Hopefully they'll heat up here at Clemson.
They shoot the fewest threes in the ACC. That's a bad turnover by Howard into the hands of Thomas. Run out Reed. Can't finish in transition. 0 for 6 shooting start for Reed. Boeheim in transition. Reed covers him up.
I was Coach Pinelko. I take him out for a couple of minutes, talk to him, and get him back in.
Off the window. Littlejohn misses. A lot of contact play on.
Thanks to close this Saturday here in Clemson. Keep going to the big guy. Try to get it to him.
Right now, Clemson projected last 4 in, but you have to do something in this one. Another turnover by the Tigers. More turnovers than made shots. Tomorrow on CBS, see how the power of strangers can make the world a little brighter. Don't miss a new episode of God Friended Me tomorrow after 60 minutes. Only CBS.
God, that's a great show. I watched that.
Good.
Even, yeah, no, it's great. Very positive, upbeat. I get depressed early, you know. I get down when supermarkets close, you know, so I like that. I laugh when you watch the game.
Well, it's a depressing start for Clemson. 4 for 23. Keep updating these numbers because it's so incredible to see a team. I mean, 15 minutes in, you're shooting 17%, and that's the 7th turnover.
Yeah, that's too many. God, no question about it. You know, they average 13 a game, but they might be going past it now the way they're playing. So
How much of this is Syracuse defense versus Clemson offense?
a lot of the defense, but the offense, once again, they telegraph the pass, and it's I'd say more Syracuse defense, but Clemson's really struggling offensively.
I think he walked twice.
Yeah.
The second one was called.
Exactly. Now, all right.
7th turnover by Syracuse. So, yet again, it has not been perfect for the Orange. I like the way Jim Boeheim phrased it. We are capable of being good.
Yes.
How, isn't that a Jim Boeheim phrase?
Yes.
We're not good. We're not going to be. We are capable.
He's not out on the ledge too much.
Right.
But he's very calm. Usually he counsels the referees very aggressively. Tonight he's very calm, which I like.
Ooh. Tipped, battle, back into the hands. Mitchell. Timeout Clemson. And clearly Brad Brownell trying to find something to get the Tiger offense going. Now by 7 at home. Pete, you were known for timeouts. You like this from Brad Brownell?
You threw me under the bus about it. You drove the bus back. But yes, I called a lot of too many. But right now, Reed and Mitchell, 2 of their top players, are shooting combined 1 for 11. So he says, hey, calm down, relax. All right, got a long game. So I think it was a good timeout. Now, big key is get the ball to the high post to a skilled guy. So you might put Marquise Reed in there. All right, their leading scorer. All right, and look to drive the basketball. We saw the basketball. They swung it and dribble penetration. That's what hurts his zone the most. Quick movement and then drive the ball.
Reed thought about the 3. Now he takes a long 2, and finally something goes in the hoop for Marquise Reed.
Exactly. First basket now. He's 1 for 7, but that's like the weight of the world is off his shoulders.
And through it all, Clemson only down by 5.
It's nothing, Todd. 2-possession game. From Syracuse, get the ball now to battle. My best play and have him drive it.
Reset on the wing, 5 to shoot. Reset's going to take it into the paint. Dump it off inside. Sidibe couldn't finish. Dolezaj could on the offensive glass again.
It's a big front line, Carter, with those guys. Nice. Dunk it.
Ripped away by Dolezaj, but he traveled. So he steals it, but then travels, giving it back to Clemson. And the Tigers, through the offensive woes, Brad Brownell's Tigers are still fighting. When Clemson lost at the Carrier Dome January 9, they turned it over 17 times. It looks like we're headed that way again, Pete.
Exactly, Carter. Syracuse got 20 points off those 17 turnovers last game. But right now they're struggling. There's a bad pass there on the wing. Throws it. Thomas throws it away there. So they got to take care. They got to slow down, calm down. All right. Try to drive more against it. They'll swing it quickly. Brad Brownell's a fabulous coach, Carter. He worked for Jim Cruz, who I coached against when I was at Xavier. And he was the head coach at Evansville. Great coach, and had a wonderful career. And he went to St. Louis when Rick Majerus got ill.
There's Sims off the baseline inbound. So out of the timeout, get an easy 2, which has been rare, and it's back to 5.
The 2 timeouts after them, 2 baskets for Clemson. So it's a good sign. Coach Purnell's a fabulous coach.
Dolezaj picks up his dribble. Back into the hands of Frank Howard. Ooh. Contact on the wing between Mitchell and Battle. Play on. The set faking his way. Thomas bothers the shot. Second chance for Syracuse. Dolezaj back into the hands of Howard for 3. Dolezaj is going to go in the back this time and pick up a foul going over Shelton Mitchell's back. Syracuse fighting on the offensive glass.
Yeah.
Seems like Syracuse has more second chance points than they do.
Yeah, they're very big, Carter, very athletic. Don't shoot it great from downtown, but they really crash the boards. They're really terrific and block shots in the paint. They're really good offensively and defensively.
6 second chance points for Syracuse, but they've all been big. Now Shelton Mitchell, fifth-year senior. At 22 in the win over Virginia Tech with 5 made threes, and that's the biggest win on Clemson's at-large NCAA tournament resume, the win over Virginia Tech. This would be a quad 2 win.
We've got plenty of time, but they're going to certainly pick it up offensively. The defense has been terrific.
Syracuse right now net 41, so that puts you, and a home game quad 1 is a win over 130. That's why this one's quad 2, but still would be huge for Clemson. And Littlejohn, after picking up a foul the last time down, has a bucket.
Terrific player, Carter. 6'10" sophomore from Slovakia, and very skilled.
And he rolled his ankle in the second half of the Virginia game, but long rest Monday to Saturday, so ready to go, healthy. And a foul on the other end on Syracuse. That's on Frank Howard. It is his second.
Yeah. Right now, that's the best offense for Clemson, Carter. Shoot it and go get it. It's tough to box out of a zone because you're playing areas. You're not next to men all the time.
So foul concerns for Syracuse with Hughes, Chukwu, and Howard now with 2. Coming up, AT&T at the half. Greg Gumbel, Clark Kellogg, Seth Davis get you caught up on a busy day at college hoops, as well as a look ahead to game 2 of our triple header, an SEC showdown between Florida and number 6 Kentucky. Sims brings Clemson back within 5 after the 0 for 13 shooting start. Tigers are in it.
And to be thrilled if you're a Tiger fan, hanging around. You're really struggling from the field.
Sidibe calling for it inside. They carried it. Yep. That was Brissett on the wing, and that is his 9th turnover. Syracuse best in the ACC in turnover margin.
Right.
They've got 9 in the first half.
No, exactly. They do a great job creating turnovers, but really sloppy today, which is uncharacteristic of Syracuse.
Mitchell 4 points. Reed 2 for Clemson. Thomas at the high post. Thomas in the paint. Tries to kick it to the corner. Got a foul on the wing.
Oh, he stepped out, Carter.
Thank you, Pete.
Yep.
Got screened out there.
Yeah, you got screened out there. Those big bodies, you can't see it sometimes.
The Tiger had it right. I know you love mascots, Pete. Clemson
I love mascots.
Is the Tiger.
Yeah, the Tiger. No name? Yeah.
Right.
I've seen more Tigers in a hotel card. It's unbelievable. Tiger
right.
soup, Tiger sheets,
Yeah,
Tiger pillows,
yeah.
Tiger breakfast.
They're not shy about the Tiger pride. But like you said, the hungry cat hunts best. They got him around here.
No question. A lot of hungry cats. 2 national titles, right, recently in football.
Right.
So my daughter worked here for 2 years, and she loved it. It's a great place. She was in the study abroad program, and before the team went over to Spain, as you know, last year, she spoke with them, and they went over to Spain and Barcelona. Unfortunately, the terrorist attack, but I was right in front of the hotel. Thank God nothing happened to the Clemson players, and really, it's a great bonding thing, even though it was a very emotional situation there with that terrorist attack.
The personal foul was on David Scara. That is his first. O'Shea Brissett rattles that one home, and he has 9 for Syracuse to lead all scorers in the game.
I like Brissett today, Carter. He's not taking threes. Struggling from three-point land, as you know, lately. He's 3 for 23, so he's attacking the basket.
Sims throws it away. There's another Clemson turnover. 10 turnovers. Still with 1:10 to go. I mean, just when Clemson looks like they're ready to find a rhythm, another turnover. I mean, I guess the silver lining that leaves this one dead ball.
Yeah, big difference, but they averaged 13 turnovers, but they got 10 already. It's too much.
Bayon deep 3. Ready as soon as he catches it. Sims has the rebound.
What a quick release, huh?
Wow. Jamesville to win. He's from the 315, of course.
That's it. Get the ball in. That's what I like.
Reed from the nail. It spins in for his second made bucket.
You put a skilled guy like Reed, the leading scorer in the foul line. That's the weakness in his own quarter. Why? Because you can throw it below it, right under the rim, or to the right side or the left side. Or you can drive. That's the weakness of the 2-3 zone.
Tiger fans trying to get behind him for the last 27 seconds of a half that has not been pretty for Clemson. 7 to shoot. Boeheim covered up by Sims. Takes him off the bounce. Spins in. Buddy Boeheim with a runner. Last chance for the Tigers. Reed brings it back. Reed off the bounce. Here's Mitchell. Sims. Shot fake. Sims takes the three. It's an air ball. And that's an appropriate way for the half to end, because that is how it went. Clemson 0 for 8. 0-8 when trailing at halftime this season. 31-24. Syracuse on Clemson at the half. Now we send you to Greg Gumbel in New York. CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by Lexus. Experience amazing. USAA, insurance, banking, and investments tailored for the military community. And by AT&T, more for your thing. That's our thing. The SO Club, the Clemson tradition, started 1933. Grocery stand. You get all your fried pickles, your barbecue, your chicken wings, sweet tea, everything you want at the SO Club. Let's look at our Lowe's first half stats. 31 on the board for Syracuse. 17 of those bench points and a 7-point lead over the Clemson Tigers. Carter Blackburn, Pete Gillen, an 0 for 3 shooting start for the Clemson Tigers. And yet, Pete, there were moments where Clemson actually executed offense against the zone.
Really did a nice job carving up the zone at times, Carter. You had to put a skilled guy in the middle of the zone, which we're going to see.
So after that cold shooting start, the Tigers have managed to claw their way back to a 7-point game.
Exactly. Go 1-3-1 now. They put a skilled guy in the zone, Marquise Reed, their leading scorer. When you get the ball there, now you can throw the ball right behind the zone, or to that right corner, or to the left corner. So you get it to Marquise Reed here, their leading scorer, 19 points a game. He catches the ball there at the high post. He turns, they back up, jump shot. In the beginning, they had Scar in there. He was a nice player, but he's not a skilled guy.
So let's take a look at those second half adjustments and the 9 turnovers for Syracuse. Amazing how Clemson hasn't been able to take advantage.
Exactly. 9 turnovers, too many for Syracuse. Ball security, and for Clemson, skilled guy in the high post, Marquise Reed would be my choice.
So you want to see Reed kind of running things from the nail, from the free throw line.
Yes,
Clemson.
Get him the ball there. Skilled guy. That's what I would do. And drive more at the zone, Carter. Swing it quickly, and then dribble penetration at the gap, at the seam. On Syracuse, what I want to do is get the ball to battle and have him attack.
We're set in tight. Nice dump off. Chuku blocked from behind. Scar got a hand on it. And that is going to be a quick hook for Chuku to begin the second half. 30 seconds in, and Sidibe's already going to the table.
Yep. Sidibe had a real first half.
Sims 3. Clemson comes out firing. You knew, Pete, that the shooting wasn't going to be cold all game for Clemson. That triple pulls him within 4.
Giant basket now. Confidence. Just only down 4. Long way to go. Scar is in there, Carter, because he's an excellent defender. He's going battle, but I think battle's too quick for him. Let's see the battle, get the ball and penetrate.
Dumps it off. An answer from Frank Howard. A name that is beloved around Clemson as well. Howard hits the 3.
Yep. It's an early start, Carter, at 12 noon, so maybe some of the guys a little bit more focused now.
And then Chuku commits a foul. We'll see if it is on Chuku. Down low, Elijah Thomas. Looks like it is on Elijah Hughes. Yes, it is. That is the 3rd on Elijah Hughes. That's a bigger foul because Chuku was coming out of the game anyway.
Yep.
And now Hughes is going to come out as well.
Yep. All right, it looked like it was on Chuku.
One way or the other, they're both coming out of the game. Yep. That's going to be. That's already been determined.
Yep.
Now Elijah Thomas spent 1 semester at Texas A&M. 65 blocks coming into this game. Second in the ACC to James Banks III of Georgia Tech. And son Ashton in the house here for his senior day. Elijah, we talked to him yesterday about his son, Ashley. He said, I'm proud that he's already tomahawk dunking. He's going hard to the rim, on the 2-foot rim.
That's funny.
He's going hard to the rim already.
But Elijah got better and better. Carter's getting in better shape now. His conditioning, his focus is better. He's had a great year and a half now for almost 2 years for Clemson.
Howard on the wing. Tipped. Out of bounds. Syracuse keeps it 15 to shoot.
Yeah, Battle 6'6". I wouldn't mind posting him up, Carter. Right against a 6'3" Clemson guard. Either Reed or Mitchell or 6'3", 6'3 and a half. Battle's a big guy, very athletic, so change of pace.
Littlejohn into the game for Hughes after his third. Brissett blocked by Thomas at the rim. Into the hands of Marquise Reed. Sims hit 1-3 earlier. Passes on this one. Reed off the shot fake. Mid-range out. 3 seconds is the call on Elijah Thomas in the paint. One way or another, it's another Clemson turnover.
Brad Burnell says, what's going on? You don't see many 3-second calls. Burnell says, you kidding me? That's what he's saying.
So the first turnover by Clemson in this half after 10 in the first. Littlejohn covered up. Howard bobbles.
He's a smart player, Carter. When he has the ball, he's very, very skilled, Littlejohn.
Howard. There's Littlejohn in the corner. Long rebound. Littlejohn keeps it alive. Loose ball. It's still loose. Finally picked up by Elijah Thomas. With bodies on the floor. Clemson on the run. Sims. Reed in the corner. Big three from Marquise Reed. Clemson within 3. And Littlejohn comes to life behind the Tigers. And then a foul hold on Reed.
Yep, here we see now. Nice penetration. They swing it. Very unselfish. Reed, the leading scorer for the Tigers. Splash. Giant game.
Yeah, first made 3 of the game for Reed after the cold shooting start. He averages 19, now 7 in the game. Foul was on Reed, just his first.
And Battle's got to take over now for the Cuse.
Battle in tight, goes right at Thomas. Bothered the shot, forced the miss. Mitchell left it short. Reed hustles for the offensive board. Second chance for Clemson. Syracuse led by as many as 10 in the first half. Clemson's cut it to 3.
You get Reed in the high post. We get him there, Carter. Nice pass. Oh.
Sims lost it. Another turnover, second of the half. In a critical game for Clemson's NCAA chances. They fought back to make it a 3-point game early in the second half. 3 and another foul on a 3-point shooter. Thomas whistled for this one on Tyus Battle. Second on Elijah Thomas.
Tough matchup. Tyus Battle. Looked like a good call. I think he got his wrist. Good call.
So in the never-ever category, 2 of them for the Tigers in this game. Twice they've sent a Syracuse shooter to the line for 3. And Battle gets the first. Battle with 6 points. It's been the bench led by Buddy Boeheim with 7, who's been terrific after the Syracuse starters slow scoring. Today over on CBS Sports Network, the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference semifinals tip off at 3:30 Eastern with Bradley battling Loyola Chicago, followed by Northern Iowa taking on Drake at 6. Love the Drake.
Yep, they're doing great.
Battle's third. Syracuse by 5. So this is for Syracuse. You know you've already clinched the first day bye in the ACC tournament. I mean, projected right now as a 9 seed in the NCAA tournament. Most importantly, you want to be playing well in March, right?
Exactly, yep.
Thomas with a hammer. He's playing well in March.
Yeah, he's terrific. He helped them get to the Sweet 16, Carter. You know, last year you did the game. You were out there.
A dominant win over Auburn after they beat New Mexico State. And played Kansas in a tight one in Omaha. Howard whips it inside. Reed knocks it away. Sidibe recovers. And Sidibe, 6 points in the game. He'd only played 10 minutes last 5 games, and he has given them a big lift with Chukwu on the bench.
Doing a great job. Once again, and this way they don't have to have Dolajai as a center, because Dolajai's not that strong. I think Thomas would hurt him inside if he matched up with him as the center of the zone.
Scara skip.
Got Reed in the high post.
Trap 3. Thomas fighting for it, and a foul on the orange. Thomas going for it.
Oh, got to box out in his zone, Hughes. Got to box out. The big dog, let him eat. He's hungry. Elijah Thomas up and away. Big time. Tigers roaring.
Pete, you said earlier that Clemson was not going to be this cold for the entire game. Second half, playing better.
Much better, Carter. Knocking it from downtown. Sims hits it. Reed, the leading scorer from downtown. Loose ball. Up and away. Elijah Thomas. So right now, 3 for 5 from the field. 60% for Clemson. They started 0 for 13, as you said before. Really struggled. So once again, they're all line drives in a book. A little baseball analogy,
sure.
Right? A basket's a basket.
Yeah, they play baseball around here as well.
They do, yeah. They're pretty good. And, baseball season. You're a big baseball fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
the line drives are definitely in the book. Yeah, we hang out on the Cape.
I know.
Cavaliers fans, have a hit.
What's better than that? What's better than Cape Cod League baseball if you're a baseball fan?
Yeah, absolutely nothing. I can answer that question easily.
Yeah. Trap, nice penetration. You see that dribble penetration.
It is off of Brissett's hand. Looked like it was off of Thomas, but Brissett touched it last. So 18 to shoot. Clemson has been good out of timeouts.
Exactly, Cardi. Exactly right. After timeout, after halftime.
Reed off a good pass from Sims. Marquise Reed attacks.
Nice floater. It's a tough shot in the lane.
9 now for Marquise Reed. 5th-year senior, started his career. And Robert Morris had the left knee injury earlier. The game at the Carry Dome was the last one he played with the brace on.
Battle's got to take over now for the Cuse. The best player. Big shot tires, Carter. They need something, he gives it to him most of the time.
Howard, 6 to shoot, launches, long rebound. Into the hands of the Tigers.
He's had some struggles, Carter, right? With some injuries. Howard, he's had some problems.
Takedown in the paint. Sidibe and Thomas banging. No call. And then now on the baseline. Let's see if we can sort this one out.
Yeah.
It's on Dolajai, and that is his 3rd. So it was physical between Thomas and Sidibe. Dolajai ends up with a foul. And there is foul concerns for the Orange.
Yep. They're not real deep.
Well, here comes Buddy Boeheim, who's had 7 off the bench, played well for the Hall of Famer.
Might be bad news, good news for the Cuse. He's playing very well.
7 points in 11 minutes for Boeheim. Really got the steal off the inbound. Reed 3. Marquise Reed leading Clemson back, even at 38 on his senior day. Dolajai right back into the hands of Battle. Second chance for the Orange. Back cut, Brissett, fouls on the floor. It's on Trap. His 2nd. 3rd team foul on Clemson.
Backdoor cut, Carter. Go let the blind pig backdoor. And, so they do. Backdoor cut when it hit the wing and the guy in the baseline there on the sideline goes. That's called the blind pig. Time didn't wake up.
More familiar with the smoking pig around here.
I know. They love barbecue.
Boeheim, it rattles out. Loose ball. It's a fight for the loose ball. Won by Sims and the Tigers. And a chance to take the lead.
Giant game for Clemson, Carter. They got to get this one. Right there. Last 4 in, last 4 out. Right there. Vacillates.
Thomas dumps it off. Sims to give the Tigers a 2-point lead from down double digits against Syracuse. Clemson on top for the first time today. Take a look at the TNT fast analysis. Clemson against the 2-3 zone.
Well, you got to also look behind the zone card. It's very important now. You get the ball here to the top of the key. All right, Reed gets it. All right, he looks behind. All right, he gets the ball down here to the baseline. All right, and we got a guy coming up. And then he goes down, he goes back, and he gets the ball. All right, here we go. So he throws it behind the zone. There, Thomas, bounce pass here, inside to Sims. Nice finish, getting the ball. Low post to the diving high post.
A 7-0 run for Clemson. In the first half, they made 7 baskets in 20 minutes. 6.5 minutes in, 6 buckets in the second half. 6 for 8 shooting in the second half of the Tigers.
Yep. They got to keep their defense up. We're set now. Pretty good off the bounce. I think we can go by Scara.
9 to shoot. Here's Battle. Gets past Reed. Knocked away. Marquise Reed has a steal. Cuse gets it right back. Sidibe, and now Clemson ball. Back and forth in the open floor. Reed finds track. Thomas and Sidibe fighting for the rebound. Out of bounds. Off Sidibe. Clemson ball. Jim Boeheim arguing vociferously.
Yeah. Back and forth, Carter. Yep. Knocks it away. Looked like it was off Sidibe's shoulder.
A lot of contact. The officials have been consistent throughout the game.
Yeah.
They're letting them play.
Letting them play. I think that's advantage for Syracuse. They're bigger, especially inside.
Reed misses the deep 3. Thomas fighting for it, and a foul call. Thomas on the offensive glass after the Reed miss. Elijah Thomas has been as good as Syracuse feared he was going to be.
Yeah. Coach Boeheim, we talked to him before the game. He said that he's really worried about Elijah Thomas.
And he's been hanging fouls on the Orange. That's the 4th on Dolezaj. And with 12:42 to go, foul trouble a concern for Syracuse. Hey, there's the tomahawk dunker, Ashton, Elijah's son. And that's part of that visit we had with Elijah about the maturing into the 5th-year senior and playing with boys. He says, well, it's because I'm having to live my life with more boys now.
Exactly, yeah. More mature, more focused. Got the little guy to take care of.
And he gets... Ashton's upset because Dad's going to the bench.
No, what's going on, he says.
A much-needed break for Dad. Going hard to the rim, father and son both.
It's great.
He's a little tiger and Dad's a big one.
Yep. Go to your money, man. Tyus Battle. Leading scorer. He's really good off the bounce card, as you know.
6 to shoot. Boeheim gets it at the top. Boeheim attacks. 3 to shoot. Buddy Boeheim. Another fight for the loose ball won by Reed and the Tigers. Reed, fearless against 3 Orange defenders, draws a foul before the stick back. The foul was committed on Reed rather than the stick back. And Howard gets his 3rd.
Reed attacking 1 against 2, goes in there strong. Looked like Howard got him first.
Reed, Thomas, and Sims have all of Clemson's second half points. 1 more for Marquise Reed. Tomorrow, meet the man who can move the financial markets with a single comment. What will he say to 60 Minutes? Tomorrow, only on CBS. Reed gets them both.
Yeah, doing a great job. Stepping up. Senior day, leading scorer. Let's go back to the big dance, Carter. Sweet 16 last year, you get in. You just get in. Magic can happen. At Providence, we got in 1997. We were fortunate to get to the Elite 8. We just barely got in, so just get in. It's all matchup.
Final 5.
Final 5. I should have made T-shirts, Carter. I could have sold them. The last game that day, the last game in the Elite 8.
It's not too late.
I know. I've had a tough decade. I need some money.
Here's Battle for 3. Late in the shot clock. Reed has the rebound. A terrific second half for Marquise Reed.
Yep.
Syracuse hasn't scored in over 4 minutes. Scara on the baseline. And 1. Clemson feeling some March magic right now, fighting back against Syracuse. Largest lead for the Tigers. CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by Sonic. This is how you Sonic. Buick, proud partner of the NCAA. And by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Not sorry, Reese's. Clemson, Elijah Thomas has been the constant for the Tigers today.
Doing a great job, Carter, offensively and defense. Puts it on the deck. Nice finish with the left hand. Blocked the shot. Offense get going. Loose balls. Throwing it home. Doing a terrific job. Elijah Thomas, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, 1 assist, 2 steals. I mean, he's filling up the scorecard.
And then Skara, meanwhile, after his first bucket of the game, he finishes off the three-point play. Clemson, 14 straight. Syracuse going on 5 minutes without a bucket.
Yep. Going to the main man battle.
Mayon was the main man of the first half. It is Howard. Let's see. This is not reviewable, so the officials have to get together. Yep. Lee Cassell asks A.J. Desai for some help.
That's good officiating. Coach Boeheim checking things out. Nice and calm. That coach against him, he's really fired up. He's going bananas.
He's only been part of Syracuse basketball since 1962. He had that brief stint in the Eastern League, where we talked with P.J. Carlissimo about those days.
Yep.
And Scranton, White misses the dunk. Yeah, long run.
Carter, when he got in the Hall of Fame, Naismith, 2005, they sent me a plaque. They said, Jim Boeheim, beat your team so much, you're part of his success. Without playing against you, I would not be in the Hall of Fame.
It was not the first plaque like that you got, neither.
No, I got a bunch of those plaques. So they're on my wall. You want to see him sometime. But he's a great coach, and when I was at Providence to coach against him, a tremendous coach, one of the best, certainly a Hall of Fame.
Brissett to end the drought for Syracuse. And then a foul. Bert Smith has one down low. Foul on White. So it's count the bucket and Syracuse ball, and a chance for 2 for on the possession for the Orange.
Crucial. Again, the game's never over with a 3-point shot, Carter, as you know.
Number one from Clemson last year, they had a 6-point trip in the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
They went over Auburn. 5 seconds, they give it right back.
That's the killer.
And credit Clemson defensively.
Yep, doing a nice job defensively. Turnover number 12 for Syracuse. It's too many on the road, Carter. You can't do that. 10 minutes and 25 seconds left.
Clemson right on the bubble. Projected right now by Jerry Palm. Last 4 in. Syracuse projected as a 9 seed. Be the Orange's best seed in 5 years. Didn't stop them at 16, making the Final 4 run.
No.
And then Dayton to the Sweet 16 last year.
Right. The whole thing is just getting in, Carter. Everybody worries about seeds, and I know it's important, but just get in, be playing well, and who you play against. That's the biggest thing.
That foul's on White, his 3rd. So Thomas back in.
Howard's got to step up. He goes east and west, Carter. He's got to go more north and south, go at the rim more. Battle does a good job attacking, going downhill.
Brissett cut off. Brissett doubled. Boeheim 5 to shoot. Reed nearly got the steal. Battle dumps it off. Here's Chuku off the hockey assist from O'Shea Brissett.
Great offense. Battle started it, penetrated, and they helped out. They kick it to 1. Nice interior passing by the Cuse. Go right down to the wire, Carter.
Syracuse led by 10. Clemson led by as many as 8.
The ball to Reed. He's hot. Well, Keith Reed.
Thomas shot big on Chuku and 1. Frustrating the Syracuse bench, both because of the D by Chuku and another foul.
Yep.
Ashton is not frustrated.
No. Nice. Skilled big guy, putting on the deck, up and under move, using the left hand. Got a great left hand, right-handed, but he uses left hand, right hand. He's a monster in that paint.
Chuku gets his 3rd. Mitchell, the first Clemson Tiger from the Lone Star State. Dallas, Texas, Lancaster High School.
What a great league the ACC is this year, Carter, right?
I would say so.
Best conference in the country, no doubt. Could have, might not, could have 3 #1 seeds. Virginia, Duke, North Carolina. Could, might not happen, but there's a possibility.
Syracuse's last 3 losses, but most importantly, didn't play well against Virginia. Cavaliers 18 threes, great defense.
It's unbelievable. 72% from three-point land.
Boeheim took a big pop. It's a chance at a 4-point play for Buddy Boeheim. Elijah Thomas fouled him on the made 3. And it's another foul on a 3-point shooter. 3rd time Clemson's done that today.
Yeah, got to be smart. And Boeheim shooting 42%, Carter, in ACC games from downtown, which is fabulous.
4-point play for Buddy Boeheim.
Yeah. It's not easy being the coach's son playing, you know. It's more pressure, and it's not easy for either one, but it's a great experience. Coaches that have done it said they wouldn't trade it for the world.
11 off the bench for Buddy Boeheim. Mitchell. And then Boeheim fouls him. Mitchell's going to the line for 3. All right, how many times in a game? 4 times a 3-point shooter's been fouled.
I'm going to speak at a clinic. It might be simple. Don't foul a 3-point shooter. That'll be my whole speech, you know. And
then get back on the plane and go home.
And go home.
That's good. I think both of these coaches would pay for that speech right now, Pete.
Said you got to hustle, but you got to be smart hustling.
Shelton Mitchell gets the first of 3 on his senior day. 5th-year senior. He had 23 in the NCAA tournament win over New Mexico State. Tomorrow on CBS, it's an all-star tribute to the Queen of Soul with Jennifer Hudson, Janelle Monáe, Celine Dion, John Legend, Smokey Robinson, Patti LaBelle, and Alicia Keys, hosted by Tyler Perry. Aretha, a Grammy celebration for the Queen of Soul tomorrow after God Friended Me, only CBS. Say a little prayer for Aretha.
Big 8.5 minutes now for both teams, but especially Clemson, Carter. Want to get back in the big dance and try to get back to the Sweet 16 again or further.
Haven't been back-to-back since 2010, 2011.
Houston want to get a higher seed now.
Howard off the window, boarded by Thomas.
Coach Boeheim did not like that shot.
Reed on the wing. Reed will take it. Trying to get another foul called on Howard. This one's play on. Boeheim 11 points off the bench, had 11 versus Virginia. Playing terrific at the end of his freshman year. Battle gives it up. Reed takes a bump with a foul on Frank Howard. The 4th on Frank Howard. A big 750 in March for the Hall of Famer Jim Boeheim. And even bigger for the Clemson Tigers' chances of making it in the field of 68. It was almost bound to get better for Clemson, who shot 25% in the first half, over 50% in the second half, and the Tigers have come back to take a 5-point lead on Syracuse. Both teams with 14 turnovers in the game. And so for Clemson, 8-9 in the ACC right now. I told you before this one got started, the one quad 1 win, that was Virginia Tech. This would officially be a quad 2 win, but certainly a quality win. 9-9 in the ACC. Jerry Palm right now, last 4 in. You beat Syracuse. That's a much better line on the resume you're handing to the committee. It makes their decision 8 days from now.
Exactly. The best conference in the country, the ACC, and you're 500, Carter, with some quality wins. I think you're in the tournament.
Marquise Reed, one of the hardest workers. There's a lot of them out there, but Marquise Reed, we talked to him yesterday, gets 500 shots a day. He is always the last player on the floor for the Clemson Tigers. One of the reasons, I mean, his offers, Robert Morris, Drexel, Florida Gulf Coast.
Wow.
And as a 5th-year senior for the Clemson Tigers, he's the 3rd leading scorer in the ACC.
Doing a great job, Carter. Yep, exactly. He's a guy, once again, who is certainly under-recruited, and now he's got a chip on his shoulder and having a great career here with the Tigers.
Well, there's the foul trouble most pressing for Syracuse, with Littlejohn and Howard both 4. Tyus Battle looked like he was frustrated during that last Syracuse huddle. He is on the bench right now for the Orange. There's another foul. It is Howard, and he's fouled out. And so Tyus Battle's going to come into the game because of the 5th foul on Howard. But this is that discussion in the huddle.
Yeah. He was frustrated. Coach Boeheim was frustrated, and Battle just walked away. They're going to need Tyus Battle to win this game, Carter, down the stretch, as you know.
So then Howard gets the 5th.
Yep.
So Reed rips it. That is all Marquise Reed. Ripping it away, and then in the hand fight, Howard gets his 5th. Fouls out, and now Tyus Battle back into the game for the Orange. Only 7 points, averages 17.
Yep. He's got to play the point now with Howard, the normal point, fouling out.
Clemson came from down 10 to take the lead. 9 points, their largest of the game. And now it will be Syracuse trying to come back from a significant deficit.
That was Reed with the steal. Got a piece of the ball.
Reed's been phenomenal in the second half. 14 second-half points for Marquise Reed.
Get him the high post.
Mitchell. Thomas has the offensive board. Misses the stick back. Brissett can't clear it. It's still loose. Chukwu's down. Pascal Chukwu down for Syracuse. Coming up next, there is madness in the air. Florida collides with 6th-ranked Kentucky, and then Arizona State. Critical for the Sun Devils as they're taking on Arizona. And meanwhile, concern for Syracuse because Pascal Chukwu is down, and it looks like he rolled the right leg, right ankle.
Yep, he came down on Thomas's foot, looks like, caught and rolled it.
And so a silent Littlejohn Coliseum with concern for the senior from Nigeria.
Yep.
Came to the U.S. at age 14. High school Trinity Catholic, Fairfield Prep. Was remarkable in the win at Duke. Cameron Indoor with 18 rebounds. And now you're thinking about what it means for this game. Dolezaj has 4. Sidibe has played well off the bench.
Yep.
But Syracuse has got depth issues. We've already seen Howard foul out.
Yep, that's a problem. So hopefully he'll be able to get back in, but we don't know yet. But he's valuable, especially the way Elijah Thomas is playing, Carter, in that paint for Clemson.
Now the good news for Syracuse, Sidibe in 17 minutes has given them 6 points and 4 rebounds. That's more than he played the last 5 games combined.
Been tremendous. For Marquise Reed now, he's on a roll.
Reed on the baseline. Not on a roll.
No.
That one rolls off.
No, that was support ball. I've had a few of them in my prime.
Here's Battle in on Skara. The David Skara effect, as they say around Clemson. His defense is frustrating Tyus Battle.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job. A little too anxious, Tyus Battle. You got to move the ball side to side a little bit. Move the defense. He went after one pass. Defense was set and ready for him.
Mitchell finds Reed again.
The ball to Reed.
Sims. Long rebound. Reed fighting for it in the corner. It's out of bounds. All for Brissett. Clemson ball, and Marquise Reed hustled to keep it alive and keep it in the hands of the Tigers. Somewhere, and this is not reviewable yet. At 5:59, can't get it for the last 2 minutes.
Reed, 18 today, Carter. He averaged 19 at the beginning of the game. He really struggled.
14 of them in the second half.
Yep, stepped up big time in the second half.
Reed against his own. Pulls up from the nail, and from down double digits in the first half. Clemson leads by 11 in a critical 5 minutes and 33 seconds left in their regular season. And meanwhile, Syracuse has gone over 10 minutes without scoring. Reed gets his second. 1-and-1 coming here.
You know, when you're in a drought, Carter, if you don't have a big guy inside you can throw it to, get fouled. It's tough to stop the bleeding sometimes. Syracuse Pascal is a terrific defender, but he's not a scorer. So they don't have an inside presence that can really stop the runs on their opponent. See, what they got to do now is swing the ball, Syracuse side to side, and drive it, try to score with the clock stopped.
Battle, second one spins out, continuing his frustrating day. Only 8 in the game for Battle. He is 2 for 10 shooting. Credit David Scarr and the Clemson D.
Exactly. Great job by the Tigers defensively. Now, Hughes might look to trap a little bit out of the zone.
Sims. Here's Scarr. Thomas has the rebound. Thomas. Sidibe bothered it. Brissett clears it. Battle guarded by Sims this time. Boeheim runs it down.
And move the ball quicker. It's going one-on-one. Swing it.
Brissett for 3. Big 3. Timeout Syracuse. That ends the long drought for the Orange. Gets them back to 7. They're going to have to fight back on the road at Clemson. Clemson by 7 on Syracuse. Critical for Clemson because next Sunday, be the first to know if your team is in and where it will go. CBS reveals the 68 teams and breaks down the brackets. The NCAA selection show next Sunday, 6 Eastern on CBS. The Wofford and Furman fans here in the Palmettos, they will be tuned in for that one as well. That could be a very big selection Sunday for the Southern Conference. And, of course, the Clemson Tigers, the Tiger, the Cub, hoping that they get to make a trip to the NCAA tournament in March as well.
We see a 1-2-1-1 zone here by Syracuse, trying to get a trap in the corner. Unfortunately, that Boeheim fell down. They would have got trapped.
Syracuse used the full court to pull away from Clemson in that January 9 matchup. There were 3 Clemson players fouled out of that one. The script is turned around in this one. Reed fouled. Yep, play on. Reed does, and now a foul when he gets closer to the rim. Even after a miss, hustling to the rim.
Nice penetration. The ball gets knocked away, but he gets a loose ball score. He's a hungry Tiger, for sure. He's after it.
And Sidibe gets his 3rd personal foul, so add that to the Syracuse foul trouble. Howard's already out. Littlejohn has 4.
Reed shoots 84% from the line, so if you're a Tiger fan, you want him shooting the free throws.
Reed, who missed 3 early with a sprained left knee. And he's back for a huge second half. 17 second half points on his senior day.
Had a chip on his shoulder, thought. He just said he was under-recruited. Small schools, good schools, but Robert Morris and schools like that. And Drexel, he wanted to play in the big time. He transferred in. He showed that he's a big-time player.
Perfect from the foul line. He's the best free throw shooter in the ACC.
Swing the ball quicker now. Syracuse is holding it too long, Carter. You got to move the defense quick.
Sidibe looking for help.
Yeah.
Littlejohn comes out to get it. 9 to shoot now for the Orange. Battle off the bounce. Battle stops and draws a foul. Oh. Count the bucket. Tyus Battle.
Got to do it by himself. He doesn't have too much help. Penetration, Scarr is right on him. Thomas comes.
Foul because that is. And Clemson goes smaller with Thomas coming out, Trapp coming in, and shot blocker, 4 personal fouls. That changes the defense for the Tigers.
No question, Carter. But I would have kept him in. Once again, you're up 7. Once again, Brad Brunell's a lot smarter than me, but I would have kept him in. Just say, I know, but he has a proclivity. I don't know what the word means, but proclivity to foul a lot. So that's why Brad's taking him out, because he can't not foul.
Got the under 4 timeout coming. So
yeah, I'd keep him in. You don't want to be the richest guy in the graveyard.
Reed splits it into the hole zone again for Marquise Reed. 24 in the game, 20 in the second half to lead the Clemson comeback.
Swing it now. Got to help. Thomas got to get some help.
Boeheim. Scarr has the board into the hands of Mitchell, and Shelton Mitchell is in no rush.
Exactly. They take their time. The difficulty with the zone card, it's tough to come behind if you stay in that all the time. You might have to trap out of it a little bit.
Score here, you go up double digits, take it down to near 3 minutes. There's a Mitchell runner, and 1. Brad Brownell a fist pump in front of the Clemson bench because Shelton Mitchell, another senior, coming up big for the Tigers.
Greg Gumbel in New York. Tennessee went into Auburn, ran into a buzzsaw today. Auburn Samir Dowdy with a 3 to give the Tigers a 6-point lead. 6 seconds to play. Auburn leads it by 4. Carter and Pete, first Auburn win over a top 5 school since 1995.
Wow. Well, Greg knows time waits for no one. 3 minutes, 13 seconds here for Clemson to beat the Auburn Tigers to go to the Sweet 16 last year. Their first trip to the Sweet 16 in 21 years. They went to the Elite Eight in 1980. Bill Foster.
Great coach. I remember Bill. Yep.
Clemson trying to add a huge line, and the seniors have been huge. Remember the ice-cold shooting start, an 0 for 13 shooting start for Clemson, but doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. Mitchell and Reed leading the way. Mitchell makes it a 12-point edge for Clemson, closing in on 3 minutes in regulation in Littlejohn.
Hughes got to swing the ball and drive it, try to get to the free throw line like you have a wide open 3. Try to score with the clock stopped.
That doesn't help. Mitchell steals it away from Brissett. And after Clemson trailed by 10 in the first half, their largest lead now, under 3, 12-point edge in a near must-win game for the Tigers.
Definitely got to win this game if you're a Tiger fan. 17 turnovers for Syracuse. Big part of their problem.
Sims, score underneath. The fifth-year senior from Croatia on his senior day off a good look from Amir Sims, a sophomore. Battle hard to the rim, blocking foul called. Sims, and Battle takes a big tumble. He's holding his left hip. Seen Chukwu leave with a rolled ankle. Sims called for the foul, but the bigger concern for Syracuse right now is Tyus Battle on the deck after that hard fall. And this is a huge concern for Syracuse on March 9th. Your leading scorer goes down hard.
Yeah, he's the heart and soul of the team, Carter. He's one of the top guys in the ACC. You need him.
You can see him by that play, the fight for Tyus Battle. He knows he's going to have to do something special late in the game, attacking, getting the foul called, and then taking that tough tumble. So for the second time, it is quiet here at Littlejohn Coliseum because of an injured Syracuse player.
Yep, they're very respectful of the opponent. I respect that. That's great. He's laying down his back hard, so hopefully he's okay. He was going like a runaway freight train. I mean, he was coming down that lane fast.
Now the question is whether Battle will be able to shoot the free throws. If not, then Brad Brownell will pick from the 4 players who are on the floor for Syracuse. Tough tumble for Battle.
Yep, it was a tough one.
And so now Bert Smith in there to explain the situation in the huddle to Jim Boeheim. Well, certainly, I'm sure he's aware.
Sure.
Well, you know, if there's a guy who's going to tough it out, it's Tyus Battle. He's trying to walk it off right now. And Amir Sims over there to give Tyus
good sportsmanship.
Tapping. Tyus Battle's not going to take the free throws, so here comes Elijah Hughes off the bench.
Into the orange, number 33, Elijah Hughes.
And just checking with A.J. Desai. Clemson chooses Sidibe. So Sidibe, and Pete, that's kind of a wacky one because you have the opposing coach checking, but that's so you can't sub in your best free throw shooter
so he
after an injured player.
Right, he picked him.
And Sidibe, who's a 41% foul shooter, gets the first.
Well, you play percentages if you're the opposing coach when this happens.
How about that for Sidibe? Yep. That's just the 16th made free throw of the year, and there's the 17th. So Sidibe steps up as he has this entire game. He has a smile on his face as he comes back to the Syracuse bench. 2 for 2.
Yep. Full court pressure now by Syracuse. They're going to trap there. Ball side corner.
Chukwu's back into the game for Syracuse. Battle is not.
The zone's coming out high. You bring the high post out now. Sims there. Come up top of the key. Extend
Taken away. So a turnover. Exactly what the Orange needed. Now looking for a quick score. Hughes picks up the dribble. Brissett, shot fake. Finds Hughes on the wing. Hughes following it off the hands of Dolezaj into Clemson's hands. Trapp has it.
Yep. They got to do now, Clemson, God, is bring the high post out. Sims, 1-3-1. Spacing, get rid of it quickly.
Playing keep away, almost four corners, old school ACC style.
Yep.
You think of Phil Ford, Woody Durham, and Dean Smith.
Yep.
Mitchell.
Ooh. But that was going down.
Sims misses the three.
Hughes a good shooter. Oh, boy. Not a good passer.
Syracuse gives it back. That is two empty possessions for Syracuse when they needed them. Now here's the good news. Tyus Battle coming back for the Orange. So a quick break after that tough tumble. Battle comes back into the game for Elijah Hughes. So when you're thinking about the longer stretch in March ahead for the Orange, Chukwu and Tyus Battle able to come back into this game for Syracuse.
Great news. They're playing a big dance, and they'll be dangerous. Credit Clemson this afternoon, Carter. Second half, seniors stepped up big time.
The Orange projected as a 9 seed in the NCAA tournament. But you said from the get-go, Pete, this was a game Clemson had to have, and the Tigers in the second half played like it.
Played great. Tale of two halves, Carter. First half struggled, but second half, they were fabulous.
After an 0 for 13 shooting start, Clemson comes back. Double-digit lead, and now it's just Syracuse trying to put some more points on the board. There's Reed into the hands of Mitchell, and how appropriate for the seniors who led Clemson back to the Sweet 16. And now they're all getting in for the Tigers, and the celebration begins in Clemson, South Carolina. A critical game for the Clemson Tigers, and with 27.5, the bench is empty. And the seniors get to celebrate with hugs in front of the home fans. And now the seniors get to root on the guys at the end of the bench. It is time for Lyles Davis and Parker Fox to shine on the floor for the Clemson Tigers. Davis has scored 3 points on the year. One made basket. He wears number 10. Lyles Davis, 3 points on the year. He wears number 3. Here's Davis for 3. Long rebound, second chance. Now Davis again. Davis gives it up. Will he give it back, Pete? The drama is high here at Littlejohn Coliseum. Will Davis get another look?
Give the little guy the ball. The fans want it.
Well, Trapp's going to dribble it out one way or another. Clemson. Davis is going to get it and gets to hang on to the basketball at the end of a hard-fought 67-55 win. Clemson over Syracuse. And a sigh of relief from Ashton, from Dad Elijah, from Brad Brownell. They like to say Clemson grit around here, and it was gritty today to get to 9-9 in the ACC and add a huge line on the NCAA at-large resume. We'll be back with more from Clemson, South Carolina, where the Tigers beat the Orange 67-55. The 9th ACC win over Syracuse is critical for Clemson's at-large chances. 67-55. For Pete Gill and our entire crew, I'm Carter Blackburn. Coming up, Florida takes on Kentucky. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports, home of the 2019 Men's National Championship. We'll send you to Greg Gumbel for Inside College Basketball, presented by Progressive Insurance, after these messages.